It's a fairly quick agenda we have today. I want to welcome everyone to our briefing. We're going to kick it off with Riverfest, obviously, which is one of our biggest events of the year. And I think it's now listed as one of the top 25 or so events in the country and maybe around the world now. And so it's pretty impressive. It'll kick off tomorrow with the Admiral's Breakfast. We'll hear more about that here in a minute when I bring them up. But I do want to mention that I will be out Sunday for the egg toss. And we have a celebrity egg toss event that the vice mayor timely walked in on because we will be competing this year. I get the opportunity to compete as the reigning champ. I know there's been a little bit of smack talk with myself and the fire chief. I hope she makes it, and isn't the first one out because I don't see her having that much skill. But I have challenged people before, and oftentimes I get underestimated. But we're going back to back this year. I just have to probably dodge a few eggs being tossed at us, maybe, Vice Mayor. So looking forward to the event. It'll be a fun time. From Park and Rec to Arts and Culture to Public Works, Riverfest touches nearly every department that we have. And so we're going to kick it off right now with Windwagon Smith, Admiral 48, Ken Attenup. Ken, you want to come up? You and Ann want to come up and share? We'll just call you both up. And Ann Kiefer with Wichita Festivals. So I'll turn it over to both of you.
Well, thank you, Mayor. I appreciate it. And you are right. It does take a village to pull this off, and we couldn't do it without the help from the city. Numerous departments come into play, but even this morning, I was having conversations with Park and Rec about, okay, if the water goes down enough, are we going to get those sidewalks cleared off? And yes, they were willing to do it, and they'll come out in full force. So fingers crossed that the river gives us a break and recedes a little bit. I did want to take just a few moments, though, and talk about some of the highlights for this year's festival. The big one, of course, is opening night with the Sundown Parade, which actually kind of launches the entire festival and puts people into that party mood. The route has changed for that this year, and so we're doing all we can to let the public know that their best viewing will be along Main and Market Street. We will no longer be using Waco or Douglas Avenue, so that's a really important message we'd like to try to get out there. Some of the other things we've got going on, of course, we've got fantastic concerts every night of the festival. I'm not going to go through that long list because we've got 2 stages every night and they're activated, and there's plenty of information out there in the world about that. But we also have VIP tickets for all of those events as well. And those can all be purchased at our office online or day of the shows. So there's still ample opportunity to get those front row seats if you want that special VIP experience. Admiral, I'm going to bring you up here because he actually is the show host for the 9 days. And I know you've got some favorite events as well. So you will also be tossing eggs, from what I understand.
I don't think the mayor realizes the skill set here, but he'll witness that in the near future.
Well, you know, the thing I always love about it is somebody always ends up with egg on their face before it's over with. So, and that's always a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Ken, what's some of your favorite events for the Scoonies and you to handle?
Well, now, I think pretty easy to figure out. Obviously, that mustache and beard contest that'll be down in the Red Garter stage area. We'll be paying attention to that. Like there's some of those big signature events that are just part of River Festival, be it the Sundown Parade, the fireworks shots, both First Friday, last Saturday, obviously the ice cream social, Cajun Food Fest. Those are near and dear to our hearts. But there's also some, new stuff that, if we can get the river to cooperate, we've got a big float, where you can float the river. There's that, I want to encourage people to come out to that on Sunday, that STEAM event, science, technology, engineering.
Arts and math.
That's right.
Yeah.
And what a great partnership with all the companies, the local companies that participate in that event, working with the area youth, trying to get them to understand the importance of those topics and how they might fit in later on in their adult lives.
Very true. A couple of the other new events that we've got going on. One this year is called Improv Everywhere. It's an MP3 experience where mass groups of people can download an app, which is available via our website and our mobile app as well. And you download this MP3, put it in your headphones, and you're given some specific instructions at a designated time ahead. And it's kind of a spectacle where you actually are a performer, but you also are surrounded by spectators who have no idea what you're hearing in your headphones. So it can be a lot of fun. It's from a group out of New York called Improv Everywhere. And so they've been doing this for several years around different cities in the country, and we're lucky to have them here. Another event that we've got going on is our Artist in Residence. We introduced that program about 4 or 5 years ago. This year, our artist is George Ferrande. Her work will also be seen at Symphony in the Flint Hills in a couple of weeks, but we get to debut it here at Riverfest. So she'll be in the parade with some large oversized sculptures that she has made, as well as they will be on display inside the old library throughout the festival because they light up with LED lights. So you'll be able to see them through the library windows, and that'll be a really cool effect.
Absolutely. Two other things, first Saturday, they're in Century 2, a little inside if you want to spend some time inside with a combination anime, Comic-Con, and esports event. All will be in there for those that are interested in that type of activity. And then I also want to mention a great partnership this year with Ottaway Amusement. We'll have all those carnival rides now that will be part of festival over on the east side of the footprint.
That's right. That'll be at Broadway and William. They're all 9 days. Mayor, you better shut us up because we'll keep going. You know that.
You guys have an event to put on. And thank you.
Thank you.
Admiral, thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at breakfast, and certainly on Sunday, the Vice Mayor and I will be ready for you. You might want to practice your soft toss. So as you can see on the map, the queue line is going to be running for every day of the festival, and including Sunday. And so it'll be an easy way to get around town and park wherever you need to park, and that'll provide great transportation to and from a wide variety of events. You'll be able to catch me probably down at the food court a lot. I was thinking maybe we could combine floating and floating cafes, two things that I really like to do. We'll work on that. Food court on the water, what do you think? I think it'd be a hit. So speaking of water, I want to talk about water quality, and when we talk about Riverfest, obviously it's river's a big part of the activity. So as long as the river behaves, much like Bailey needs to behave, we will have some great Riverfest traditions: paddle boats, jet skis, kayaks, stock tank racing, and then a big event called Wichita Clean Streams. That's a floating event on June 8th, and I want to bring up Bailey Cunningham to talk about Clean Streams event and what we're doing on the river. And so Bailey, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for having me this morning. My name is Bailey Cunningham, B-A-Y-L-E-E, Cunningham, C-U-N-N-I-N-G-H-A-M. And today I'm here as a member of Wichita Clean Streams. and I'm so excited about this event. With the support of several generous sponsors, Wichita Clean Streams is proud to host the Big Float. The Big Float is a celebration of the Arkansas River. It's a parade of inner tubes and fun floaties on the river, followed by a beach party in downtown Wichita. All proceeds benefit Wichita Clean Streams, a local volunteer-driven nonprofit dedicated to helping improve, protect, and preserve the Arkansas River. As the mayor mentioned, the event is Saturday, June 8th. There are 2 launch times, 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Residents can go online to wichitacleanstreams.com to learn more and to purchase a registration package. There's 2 packages available, a $20 package and a $15 package. This $20 package includes registration, a Riverfest button, as well as rentals, both an inner tube and a life jacket. The $15 package is for those individuals who want to bring their own floaty and a life jacket. This package includes registration, a Riverfest button, and also enters the participant in a floaty costume contest. That's right, prizes will be awarded for the best float theme, so get out those unicorns and pizza slices. Get them ready. We can't wait to see them. Participants check in at Wichita Clean Streams tent, located in front of the put-in location at Cowtown. There you will sign a waiver, grab a wristband, and hop on the river. Air compressors will be available for those of you that opt to bring your own floaty. The float will end at the WSU River Vista Boats and Bikes dock. The float stops there, but the party doesn't. The party actually gets started with yard games, yoga, food trucks, a beer garden, a DJ, a tanning deck, and even more will be waiting for your arrival. When you're ready to head back to your vehicle located at Cowtown at that put-in location, a shuttle will be there ready to pick you up and take you back to Cowtown. So go online and register today. You don't want to have FOMO when all your friends are snapping amazing pictures of this awesome event. Again, details of the event are available at wichitacleanstreams.com, as well as a Wichita Clean Streams Facebook page. Look for updates there regarding this event, as well as the flow rate for the river. Wichita Clean Streams has worked diligently with the help of so many partners to encourage people to utilize the incredible asset we have right here in the center of our beautiful city. That's the Arkansas River. This event is the culmination of so many efforts to clean up the river and provide citizens the opportunity to enjoy it, not just from east and west banks, but to jump in and be a part of it. So we hope to see you on June 8th. Thank you.
Thank you, Bailey. So that's outstanding, and it's also a special day whenever we get to hear from Bailey. So thank you for coming down, Bailey. It's truly a treat. Admiral, great to have you. Great time to kick it off this year, and you're going to be a great admiral for all of the events. I hope that you're not counting on getting any sleep for the next 2 weeks. So you're a busy guy. At that point, we'll open it up for questions. We have several council members that have joined us, along with the vice mayor, and so if there's anything you'd like to ask, we're an open book, mostly. Yes.
I do have a question regarding parking this year.
Yes.
We don't have Lawrence Dumont Stadium. How are we set for public parking?
Well, as you had heard during the analysis of some of the available parking in the area, there's nearly 5,000 parking spots available to people just in this river corridor area that are a very short walk, less than a 10-minute walk to the area. But with the Q line, it really opens up parking on almost a 5-mile stretch of roadway that not only, we'll argue that with the Q line, not only does it open up the Douglas Corridor Avenue, but people will generally walk a couple of blocks either direction of that Q line. And so there are plenty of parking opportunities there if you want to take the Q and bring it over. But certainly the Gander Mountain parking garage is wide open, along with Water Walk and other available spaces that are in the area. The Library has public parking, along with the River Vista has public parking that I think some people probably forget about. The upper deck of the River Vista Apartments is all public parking. And then we're going to continue to include more parking in that area. But this year will be a little more challenging, but there hasn't been that much parking in the past at Lawrence Dumont Stadium because generally that parking lot's been ate up with carnival rides. So we're really not losing out on that much parking. They'll have to move the carnival maybe in a different place, but they haven't had much space for parking over there at that stadium and Riverfest in the past because of what they've set up in terms of amusement rides. So still, I think people will have, and with the queue line, they'll have ample opportunity to come down to the area, and people seem to figure that out. We know we've had crowds before that were upwards of 50,000 people at one event, and they all seem to figure out a way to get down there and find parking reasonably close, and with the shuttles, it'll make it even easier. Yes?
So you were mentioning the Wichita Public Library and River Vista second deck is public parking?
Yeah, the River Vista second deck is all public parking. And there's signs out there that will tell you that. I mean, it directs you to the public parking portion of the River Vista.
Are you monitoring the river every day as far as how fast it's flowing?
So Bailey, do we monitor the flow? I think we do monitor the flow. I don't know if, we'll put out information if we shouldn't be in the river, if it's too dangerous to get in.
Riverfest is monitoring and will
Mon-
make those announcements.
on a daily basis. Or we'll send Brian Fry down in a tube just to test it. If he comes out alive, we're good. All right, well, thank you all. Enjoy the Riverfest and looking forward to another great kickoff to our summer. Thank you, Bailey.
Thank you.
Great to see you.